It actually stopped. But that's fine. Let's just go on. So I think it has started again. Okay, and I think I know what I'll be doing from now on. I'll just try to be recording it locally first, then I will upload it later. But that's always, time consuming. But I think that's what I'll do subsequently. I think that will help. I'll just record it and save it locally, then eventually upload it. Okay, so that's that for the if, statement. And then you can see that even when we don't enter any value, it just goes on to run the else, and the else block. That is, there's nothing, right? So it will always fall back to the else block if none of these values are true. Hello. Yeah, okay. So that's for conditional execution. So basically, the next thing I want us to look at is the subject of iteration. So basically, one other control flow that you will need subsequently as you proceed to write several programs and several kinds of, you will need to go over a couple. Want to, and let me just comment this out. Let's say you want to do something like you want to log even number, right? So basically, what you could do is and let's just go back to the subject of loops. So let's say you want to run that. That means you are looking for the numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, then 10, right? Those are the even numbers between not between 1 and 10, between 0 and 10. Let's say between 0 and 10. So that's what you basically find. So on a normal day, what would you do? Like basically, the numbers. So let's say our goal is to we are logging it. So console.log. So let me just change this to lowercase, so not to make you have the impression that will work. So let's say we want to log every number between. So we could do console.log 2. Then we can repeat the same process for console.log. Right? Then we can do that up to when we get to 10, like we said. So I could also console.log 8. Like console.log 10, right? This makes sense. We've solved the problem, right? Hello? Hello? And nobody's talking. Oh, okay. Oh, are you did not talk? No, please always leave a chat when it happens like that. Maybe the stream has even ended. It has even ended again. Okay, that's it. Wow, this is not good. So so basically this is what we would do, right? To log every even number between 0 and 10. We do this and we solve the problem. And as you can see inside of the console, we have that 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Does that make sense? Hello? So what if it's between 0 and 100 or 0 and 1000? So I'm sure you wouldn't want to repeat the same process, because if you have the mind to actually repeat this process to be able to get to 1000, then you probably don't even need to be a developer. That means you must be a very patient person, and then you must be you must have the tenacity to actually go all the way to 1000 or 1 million. But definitely one of the things that you should really be angry about as a programmer is if you start repeating something over and over. You probably should understand that something is wrong, because the general idea for programming is that you do the least work possible in any regard. That is, even if you are putting a lot of work writing a script, that should be the last time you have to bother about that task. The script should take care of it going forward. Does that make sense? So when you have to write an even number, list of even number between maybe a wide range of number, and then you have to write it, using your mind and your hand. That means you probably know that you're doing something wrong. You should know definitely that you're doing something wrong. So there are programmatic ways to actually handle most of these things that you can explore. And one of those things in JavaScript is referred to as loops. So for loops, you basically, somebody saying something. Hello? Hello? Okay. So okay, over of values, some presets, conditions. So that's what a loop does basically. So whenever you have tasks like this where you actually have to, repeatedly do a couple of things, then the first thing that should come to your mind is, you need a loop. So let me just comment this out and let you know how you can actually start using a loop as soon as possible. So basically, there are different types of loops. We have, number one, and we have two, we have if, and if you have any background in computer science, you probably would know all of this already.